Did you know Christmas morning breakfasts are one of the most chaotic meals of the year? Between excited kids, wrapping paper avalanches, and trying to look presentable while your hair still has last night's curl in it, breakfast often becomes the part of the day where the most mistakes happen. If you're tired of the same rush scramble, I've got a gentle promise for you. Today we make Christmas morning easier, and I'll walk you through every step like we're cooking side by side. I'll also show one simple homemade sauce we'll use across a few recipes. A warm maple vanilla sauce that's ridiculously easy and ties sweet and savory dishes together. Now, let's make breakfast magic. First up is the Christmas tree waffle stack. Tools you'll need: waffle maker, 2 mixing bowls, measuring cups, whisk, spatula. Dry ingredients: 2 cups all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt. Wet ingredients: 1 3/4 cups milk, 2 large eggs, 4 tablespoons melted butter, cooled a little, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, a few drops green food coloring, optional. In a large bowl, whisk the dry ingredients until evenly blended. This lifts the batter and prevents pockets of baking powder. In a separate bowl, whisk the wet ingredients. Crack in the eggs, pour the milk, add the cooled melted butter and vanilla, and whisk until the eggs are fully broken up and the mixture is smooth. That's your wet mix. Pour the dry mix into the wet mix and stir with a spatula only until the flour is just incorporated. A few small lumps are fine. Overmixing makes waffles tough. Add a couple of drops of green food coloring and stir gently until the color is even. Preheat your waffle maker according to its instructions. Lightly brush with oil or spray. Pour a ladle of batter into the center, don't overfill, close, and cook 3 to 5 minutes or until steam slows and waffles are golden. Make different sizes by cooking smaller amounts for the top of the tree. Stack them largest to smallest. Drizzle with the warm maple vanilla sauce. 1/2 cup maple syrup warmed with 1/2 teaspoon vanilla and 1 tablespoon butter. Dust with powdered sugar and garnish with red berries. If your waffles stick, your waffle iron isn't hot enough or you added too much sugar. Let it preheat longer and try again. Next is a make-ahead breakfast strata that's perfect for feeding a crowd. Tools: 9 by 13 baking dish, large bowl, whisk, measuring cups. Ingredients: 8 cups cubed day-old French bread, about 1 large loaf, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, pinch of nutmeg, 8 large eggs, 2 cups whole milk, 1 cup heavy cream, 1 cup cooked breakfast sausage, crumbled, 1 cup shredded cheddar, 1 cup chopped fresh spinach, squeeze dry. Spray the 9 by 13 dish with non-stick spray and layer half the bread, sprinkle half the meat, half the spinach, and half the cheese. Repeat to make 2 layers. In a large bowl, crack all 8 eggs and whisk briefly to break the yolks. Add milk, heavy cream, salt, pepper, and nutmeg. Whisk until smooth. Pour the egg mixture evenly over the bread layers, pressing gently on the bread with the back of a spoon so it soaks up the custard. Cover with foil and refrigerate overnight. The bread will absorb the liquid. On Christmas morning, let the dish sit at room temperature 15 minutes. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. Bake, covered 30 minutes. Remove foil and bake 15 to 20 more until puffed and golden. If the center seems undercooked, tent foil and bake 10 more minutes. Serve warm. Third is a loaded breakfast casserole that's extremely forgiving and customizable. Tools: 9 by 9 or similar baking dish mixing bowl. Ingredients: 3 cups frozen hash browns thawed, 6 large eggs, 1 cup milk, 1 cup shredded mozzarella, 1 cup diced bell peppers, 1 cup cooked bacon bits, 1 small diced onion, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, salt and pepper to taste. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. In a large bowl, whisk the eggs and milk until blended. Add the hash browns, cheese, peppers, bacon, onion, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Stir until combined. Pour into a greased baking dish, smooth the top with a spatula, and bake for 35 to 45 minutes until set and lightly browned. If the top is browning too quickly, loosely cover with foil. To check doneness, insert a skewer or knife in the center. It should come out mostly clean. Fourth is chocolate brioche French toast, a treat that looks fancy but is simple. Tools: large shallow bowl or pie plate, skillet, spatula. Ingredients: 8 thick slices brioche or challah for large eggs, 1 cup whole milk, half a cup heavy cream, 3 tablespoons cocoa powder, a quarter cup sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla, pinch cinnamon. Whisk eggs in the shallow bowl until smooth, add milk, heavy cream, cocoa powder, sugar, vanilla, and cinnamon, and whisk until the cocoa is fully dissolved. That's your custard. Dip each brioche slice into the custard for 15 to 20 seconds per side so it soaks, but doesn't fall apart. Heat a skillet over medium and add 1 tablespoon butter. Cook slices 2 to 3 minutes per side until set and slightly crisp. Keep finished pieces warm in a low oven, 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 95 degrees Celsius. Serve with powdered sugar, berries, and a drizzle of the maple vanilla sauce. If your toast is soggy, soaked too long. If it's dry, soak a little longer next time. Fifth is cheesy egg and bacon breakfast pizza, a crowd pleaser. Tools: baking sheet or pizza stone, bowl, spatula. Ingredients: 1 pound store-bought pizza dough, 6 eggs lightly scrambled, 1 cup shredded mozzarella or cheddar, 1 cup cooked bacon crumbles, half a cup have cherry tomatoes, 1 tablespoon olive oil, salt, pepper, and finely chopped onions. Preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius, and if you have a pizza stone, place it in while the oven preheats. On a floured surface, roll the dough into a round or rectangle and transfer to a baking sheet. Using a fork, dot the dough lightly, poke holes, and brush with olive oil. Scatter scrambled eggs. Cook them just until creamy, slightly undercooked as they will finish in the oven. Sprinkle cheese, bacon, cherry tomatoes, salt, pepper, and finely chopped onions. Bake 12 to 15 minutes until the crust is golden and cheese is melted. Let rest 5 minutes. Slice and serve. Handle the dough gently and don't overload toppings to avoid soggy crust. Sixth is cinnamon roll bites with cream cheese drizzle. Tools: muffin tin or shallow baking dish, bowl, spoon, knife or pizza cutter, rolling pin. Ingredients: 1 can refrigerated cinnamon roll dough, 8 rolls, 2 tablespoons melted butter, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, half a cup packed brown sugar, and for the drizzle, cream cheese icing plus 1 to 2 tablespoons milk to thin if needed. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. Cut each cinnamon roll into 4 to 6 strips with a knife or pizza cutter. Roll each strip up into a coil. Keep the sticky dough together, but bite-sized coil. In a mixing bowl, combine melted butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. This mixture is thick and it's your toss. Add the dough pieces to the bowl and gently use a spoon or your hands, lightly buttered, or use a silicone spatula to toss the pieces until they are lightly coated. Be gentle so they don't get mashed. Transfer the coated pieces to a greased muffin tin or a shallow baking dish, leaving a little room so they puff and touch. Cover the muffin tin with cling film or plastic wrap and allow the rolls to rise in a warm place for 30 minutes until puffy. Bake 18 to 22 minutes until browned on top and cooked through. While still warm, stir the cream cheese icing and add 1 to 2 teaspoons of milk if it's too thick. Then drizzle over the bites using a spoon in a steady back and forth motion so the icing covers each piece. If the sugar mixture hardens in the bowl, warm briefly in the microwave. 5 to 10 seconds and stir. Seventh is a 5-minute berry yogurt parfait cup. No cooking, just layering. Tools: glasses or jars, spoon. Ingredients: 1 cup Greek yogurt, half a cup granola, 1 cup mixed berries, 1 tablespoon honey, 2 tablespoons crushed almonds. Spoon a layer of yogurt into the glass, sprinkle a layer of granola, add berries, then repeat. Drizzle honey on top and finish with crushed almonds. If making ahead, keep granola separate until serving so it stays crunchy. Use room temperature yogurt for a silkier mouthfeel. Eighth is savory croissant egg boats. Buttery, impressive, and quick. Tools: baking sheet, bowl. Ingredients: 4 large croissants, for eggs, a quarter cup heavy cream, half a cup shredded cheddar, half a cup diced ham, salt and pepper. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. Slice each croissant lengthwise, but not all the way through. Leave a hinge. Hollow out a little of the inside bread. Save for breadcrumbs or eating. In a bowl, whisk eggs and cream until blended. Add cheese, ham, salt, and pepper. Spoon the egg mix into the croissant cavities. Place on a baking sheet lined with parchment and bake 12 to 15 minutes until the egg is set. Serve warm. If croissants brown too fast, lower oven temperature by 10 to 15 degrees and extend baking time slightly. Ninth is maple pecan oatmeal bake. A cozy, hands-off dish. Tools: 8x8 or similar baking dish bowl. Ingredients: 2 cups old-fashioned rolled oats, 2 cups milk, 2 large eggs, half a cup chopped pecans, a 1/4 cup maple syrup, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon baking powder, pinch of salt. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. In a mixing bowl, whisk the eggs with milk and maple syrup. Add the oats, pecans, cinnamon, baking powder, and salt and stir to combine. Pour into a greased baking dish. Smooth the top and bake 30 to 35 minutes until set and slightly golden on top. Serve warm with extra maple syrup and toasted pecans. To make ahead, mix everything the night before and refrigerate, then bake in the morning. May need a few extra minutes. 10th is a strawberry banana Christmas smoothie. Fresh, bright, and perfect for balancing richer dishes. Tools: blender. Ingredients: 2 ripe bananas, 1 cup frozen or fresh strawberries, 1 cup plain yogurt, 1 cup milk, 1 tablespoon honey, optional handful of spinach for color and nutrients. Add the liquid, milk and yogurt, to the blender first, then fruit and honey on top. This helps blades move smoothly. Blend on high 45 to 60 seconds until smooth. Taste and add a bit more honey if needed. Pour into chilled glasses and garnish with a mint leaf. If too thick, add a splash more milk. If too thin, add ice or a frozen banana. Before we wrap up, quick note on the maple vanilla sauce I promised. It's the simple homemade sauce that pulls sweet and savory together. Ingredients: half a cup pure maple syrup, 1 tablespoon unsalted butter, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla extract, pinch of salt. In a small saucepan over low heat, combine maple syrup and butter until the butter melts. Bring to a very gentle simmer for 1 minute. Remove from heat and stir in vanilla and salt. Keep warm in a small covered container. Use on waffles, French toast, cinnamon bites, or drizzle over the oatmeal bake. Do not boil hard, just a gentle simmer to marry the flavors. And here's a key strategy that will truly change your Christmas morning. Do as much as possible the night before. Cube bread for the strata, cook the sausage, crumble the bacon, measure out dry ingredients, and assemble casseroles. Refrigerate and pop them into the oven in the morning. Use oven timers and set reminders on your phone for checks. They're lifesavers when the house is lively. If you're working with kids, give them a small assembly job like sprinkling cheese or arranging fruit so they feel involved while you manage the oven. Troubleshooting quick tips. If eggs look rubbery, they cook too long or at too high heat, reduce heat and time next try. If crusts get soggy, preheat the baking surface, pizza stone, and avoid overloading toppings. For sticky dough like the cinnamon bites, lightly butter your hands or use 2 spoons to handle pieces. And when in doubt, give dishes 5 extra minutes under tinted foil instead of opening the oven repeatedly. That keeps heat steady. And there you have it. 10 recipes that are festive, make ahead friendly, and forgiving enough for a busy Christmas morning. You'll be able to plate something beautiful, taste amazing, and still have time to sip the coffee and actually enjoy the moment with your family. Thank you for watching. I loved sharing these recipes with you. If you tried this and want more easy holiday ideas, like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a stress-free Christmas recipe plan. Tell me in the comments which recipe you'll make first, and if you have any questions about the steps, I read every comment. And when you're ready for your next holiday project, watch my next video. What makes the perfect Christmas charcuterie board? I'll meet you there. Merry Christmas!